Hi everyone, this is E, the empty nester. E, like the letter E. But actually it's that when you actually do sign language. But I thought, I would start having a few channel chats or coffee chats, but I left the coffee in the house, so we're going to have to pretend this is coffee. Let me pour you a cup. There you go. If you'd like to have a seat over here or just over there, make yourself comfortable. I really appreciate you coming by today. It's Sunday here, and I'm not sure if I'm going to upload this today or tonight, but I thought I'd share a little bit with what's going on here. I went up to St. Louis yesterday with my daughter Amy, and we went by my mom's and my niece Teresa's house, and at my mom's house, I had these before. These are little succulents. They're called hens and chickens. Let me show you more up close what it looks like. They have very little root on them, and I had them around the butterfly Japanese maple I had up front, but my husband kept lawn mowing them, and I ended up losing them. And then in the corner of her house, she has this plant, and it keeps multiplying, and I think this is a moonflower or Datura. She kept saying, I said, did it have white flowers? And she said, yeah, but yellow. So I'm not sure if this is a moonflower yet until I grow it, but we just pulled it out like this and wrapped it in a wet towel and put it in a cup for today, and I'll get it planted up today. And then went by Teresa's house and couldn't get a hold of anybody because I wanted to try to save some of her favorite roses. The Freedom Hedge from Spring Hill Nursery, I'm not promoting it or anything. I just know, she's had it for years and years and years, and it was her favorite rose, and she had many of them. And there wasn't anybody that I could get a hold of while we were there. No, but one would answer the door or the phone. And so I felt around, and I was able to take a side shoot off of it, and it actually has roots on it. So I put it like that in a cup, in a wet paper towel, and took it down to my mom's and got some. She didn't have potting soil, so she gave me some of the soil out of her yard, which is kind of clay-like. Let me see if you can see this. But it's only having a little bit of wilting at the top, and the rest of the leaves look good. I think there's a really good chance of me being able to save this and keep it alive, and it'll be a part of my garden. And I know it sounds like I'm a plant collector. I'm not actually. I'm a seed collector, and I do take things people don't want anymore, and I do take things that belong to people that were special, and that the rose here is really special. And what's really special about this hen and chick is my stepdad's mom. These came from her garden, and she's been gone a long time, and these are part of her historic love, for this plant. It was something she loved to grow. But I guess that's enough with the collecting part. We were able to stop at an estate sale yesterday too, and it was kind of like if they were only in my neck of the woods. I'm not one that needs a lot of nails. I like a lot, I use screws a lot more than nails, but the basement was set up with a wall full of coffee cans, full of nails and whatnots and nails and some bolts here and there, and they were like $0.25 to $1 a coffee can. And you remember how big metal coffee cans were? It was quite a deal for the right person, but some of them are very old nails, and my luck, I would get them and break, they weren't up my alley for use. So I don't get things that I can't see a use for. But there was it was like the legs and then like a big old ruler with numbers, and it was more than likely where you look through a scope and see down the line and could tell exactly where to put a stake when you're surveying a property. It didn't have a price on it, and I didn't ask because I don't have a need for it. That was a want, something really cool that I thought I'd like to have, but I went ahead and passed on it. But I did find a half-inch conduit bender, and it was $4. There's the conduit bender. It's a metal pipe and a metal bender. And my daughter found a come along that had these two big hooks like this on it for $5, and that was all we got there. But there was so many things. If I were just blowing money, you know, and collecting things, there was a lot of really neat things there. And I'm only going to collect things that I know I use, because I don't need a house full or a shed full of stuff that just sits there and takes up space. I need things that are practical and can physically touch, you know, if not physically touch. Sorry, my brain doesn't always put out the right thing that I want to say. My daughter went over and got the tables I left down there at their old house. It's we have a kettle corn business that we haven't done in years, and you know, where you go to fairs and buy, it's kettle corn's like popcorn, but it has sugar in it. It's a sweet corn. And when I left my truck down there probably 4 or 5 years ago, I forgot that those tables were in there, so my dad was storing them in his garage and using the truck. And we decided after the Jeep started breaking down a bit this last year that we'd go ahead and get the truck back, because he's not really using it much anymore. My daughter went over there with my mom to the garage at their old house and got the tables out, and then saw all this stuff that my mom was gonna just throw away, and my it's like, ah, don't throw things, sorry, don't throw things away. So she grabbed all these ceramic planters, and they don't have holes in them, and it was really nice of her to think of me. But with all the rain that we have, I can't really do a container that doesn't have a hole in it unless it's self-watering, but you still need that hole to let the water out. Otherwise, you know, they would be good for aquaponics, you know, or hydroponics. And here's a closer look at the ceramic pot. See how it's got all the fish and flowers in there? I think I'm just going to put a rock in the center, so if a frog or something gets in there, they can get back out and add water. Let this be a water feature. That would be cute, but they're just taking up space. Don't squeeze. The cat is rubbing his face on the rose bush, and that's not a good thing to rub his face on, huh? Come on. But I guess I should show you. I went ahead and took one jar, ceramic container, because on the inside, I like Japanese design. You know, in my other garden in St. Louis, I did like the feng shui, you know, where the incoming, that was, what was it? Southwest, no, yeah, west, south, southwest corner. The driveway came in, so all, that's kind of like a fame area. All the beautiful sun-loving, flowering type of plants went down there, and all the best looking trees or bushes I had went down there. And then you came further into the yard, and then it was all hostas, shade plants, and bits of color that pop here and there, and the compost pile, all the, you know, mulch, everything that, you know, like the money area, the wealth area, anything that needed to be renewed would go in that area. But I've never actually, I started a little feng shui in this yard, but I've never actually set this yard up to completely how it should be if you follow that type of layout. And I guess I'm rambling on one subject to another, subject to another. Sorry, I'm not good at staying on one subject and only taking the, that subject and staying there. And this kitty, this is Milo, he needs lots of attention. But it's kind of cold and chilly today. It was 40s last night and woke up to 50s, and it might be 60 maybe with the sun now. I don't have an outdoor thermometer that I can just go look at, and that's on my want list. It's not on my need list, but it's on a want list, right, Milo? He says hugs are on the need list. But I thought I'd just chat a little bit and let you know that somehow, new plants keep coming in my life. My daughter brought me, not last night, the night before, a cherry tree that's needs help, and I'm not really a plant doctor, so I'm gonna have to try to figure out how to bring back a cherry tree that has no leaves. And then she also brought me some hanging baskets that had been dumped, and here's a geranium that I'm possibly going to be able to root. The rest of them I put in water, and I don't think there's hope for them. There wasn't a lot of roots in this. Violas, she claims that they're just pouring water into it and just, flattening it out. And violas are just the little flowers that pop up in the yard, and they're actually edible plants. Okay, here's the viola. It's a little purple flower, and it's pretty much half a gallon pot maybe. And then here's the cherry. This is cherry. I can't read right now. I don't have my glasses as centimeter. And here you can see the graft, and then coming up the tree. But you can see how shiny and glossy this is, and how kind of pale this is. And then I did some cutting on it, and seeing some parts of it are still alive, so there is hope. And just got to figure out where to start to doctor this up and maybe bring it back to life. If you have any suggestions, if you'd like to do a video, or just say in the comments how to begin with saving this guy, I'd appreciate your time. I've got to get the garden in, and little by little I am, and I keep putting off what to do. I started some of the seeds in containers so that I could maybe keep them in track with time-wise. I've got Hannah's poppy, and 2 of them sprouting up, and some of the kale, the perennial kale sprouting up. And today I'm leveling out the garden boxes over there for the lean-to greenhouse so I can get soil. Oh, he's knocking you over. Here, let me grab you before you fall. Sorry about that. He wants you to pet him. But, I guess I'll go ahead and close for now and get to work. I hope you're all having a wonderful day, and I hope your garden's growing well. And if you're not growing a garden yet, I hope you just get one plant and try something in a container. I'll close for now. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.